And welcome back to our pre-London analysis on GU for the 18th of July on a Tuesday. My apologies, I was not able to bring you yesterday. Again, life happens. So let's look at what's going on today. So what do we have on the 4-hour chart, right? So let's start off with the daily. Not much. We are in an overextended market. You can see that this is all entire one push. We see some bearish pressure coming into the market, but the reaction at this time frame is really from nothing. I'm sure there is some supply and demand if you go into the lower time frames here, 4H, 1H, but there is not really anything that is reacting from on this time frame. So buys and longs both valid at this point in time looking at this chart. So let's go on to the 4 hours. What is happening here? We had, again, the last 4H boss was over here, which had a low over here, right? Once this break of structure happened at 4H, this low happened, but then this another, because it's the same area, I've marked it as one and the same. This part here, is also a 4H break of structure for me. Otherwise, you have to use some sort of personal discretion when swing ranges become too large and all the demand zone becomes really irrelevant for the current price action that we are looking at, because the price is not going to go that low in a day's time. So 4H break of structure right here. We have the strong low here. This is the new range. We have the weak high over here, and then we are either playing the pullback into the equilibrium or the discount areas, or we are playing longs when the price does come in high probability areas of value, right? Okay, so we had a bearish chalk at this point in time. So this was the last high, sort of broke all the candles previous lows. This is the chalk, and at this point in time there's bearish pressure. It's going down. We will not have a bullish 4H chalk until we break this high, right? So from this low until we break all the way this high, we won't have a 4H chalk. And if you want to really understand in depth what a chalk is, make sure that you catch the masterclass on market structure part 2 coming up soon this week. Let's move on to 1H. So what do we see on 1H? Let's see. So we had a bearish chalk at this point in time. So a nice supply zone over here created when I came into the charts about 30 minutes back. I did see a valid entry, which will go about in today's markup. There was a beautiful entry at this point in time for a quick play into the demand zones, but we are now on a 1 hour. Let's go back. This is like newly created. So this is a demand zone. Not very high probability because it's still in the premium of the leg. But again, if we get a 1H chalk, and a 1H chalk happens where, let's look at this now. So we have we had a bullish chalk over here. So the new range is this. So we had this zone broken. So this is the new low. And then the new high is here. So this broke. This is the new high. This is the new low, 1H chalk at this point in time. And this is the high. So once this high goes, then we'll have a bullish 1H chalk at this point in time. Okay. And I believe I'm going to mark this also, a 1H chalk, and I'm going to put my alert on this so that I don't make sure I don't miss this. So what I believe is that once we get a chalk on 1H time frame, this demand holds and gives us that reaction. Depending on how you enter, we may get an entry model again, price coming, pulling back, tagging us in and moving forward. But once we get this chalk, we'll have a newly formed supply zone. Price moves into it. If you get an entry time frame, then we are targeting these swing weak highs. Okay, so plan of the day is that we let's go to 15 minutes. we see how the reaction goes here. At this point in time, I'll tell you that it did take out some liquidity. The supply zone that was responsible for that would be here. This little area here, the chalk would be again here 15 minutes. Maybe it tags us in and takes us out. When the chalk happens on the 15-minute, exactly the same time the 1-8 chalk happens. So, you know, pretty high chances that we might get tagged in to target the week high. All right, guys, so let's see what plans out for the rest of the day, and we'll catch you up in the markup. Take care. Bye-bye, y'all.